Here comes the bride.
Oh.
Here comes the bride. Hey, nice ring, mate.
Hey, nice wedding ring, Isaac.
Hey, are you, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mum and Dad Show, episode 14. And
Woo.
we can finally say we are married.
You never have to hear about it again.
Except
We're
for this
married,
episode.
Except for this episode.
We are married. Let me introduce myself. My name is Isaac Butterfield.
I'm Claire Butterfield.
Ooh!
Girl, that's the first time I've said it.
I know.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Love it.
How do you feel now that you're a Butterfield?
Oh, well, I don't know. I feel a little bit different, but not that much different.
It was just the best.
It was such a good day. All the build-up, all the stress. I really thought something awful was going to happen, but it all ended up going smoothly. Funny story, though. The day was so busy and we got swept up in so much. Little Dickie forgot to wear her fucking veil.
What about that? After all that.
I didn't have my veil on. I got a beautiful veil with little like crystals on it. And I don't know what happened. It was so busy. There were people everywhere. And little Dickie or little Butterfield forgot her veil. So other than that, the day went off. And a rather average DJ experience. We'll chat about that later.
We'll get to that.
But how was your day? How did you think it all went? Like, how were you feeling?
Oh, it couldn't have, okay, so for me, and I know you were super stressed leading up to it.
Sick.
Yeah, you were sick about it. You were freaking out about it. And I completely get all that.
It was because of the amount of people we were having.
Me,
it seemed like a lot of people, even though it shows. It's like, oh, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, and it was
weird.
only like 90 people, and you know, some of them
didn't show up because they don't like us anymore, Ryan Gallagher.
Shout out. Shout out.
Thanks for letting us know, mate. $130 for your chicken meal.
150.
Whatever.
150 a head, anyway.
Yeah, well.
And we, you know, there was a lot of people there that were obviously very, very close to us. There was other people there that you have to invite, apparently, and we learnt that.
Yes.
I don't know if you've done that with a wedding before. And to the people who haven't, you know, aren't married yet or aren't anywhere near that, like it's a very grown up thing. Mm-hmm. Like it feels very grown up. Like even saying, "Oh, that's my wife," that's a very grown up thing to say. And I know, like, you know, I'm a year away from 30, but you still feel like you're 18, 19, 20.
We act like children.
We do act like children. But
we just have paperwork to back it up that we're fucking adults.
Jesus. I think you get to that age where you're like, you know, 21, 22, and you never feel like you're any older. Yep. You may look older, you may be older, but you never actually feel like you grow any older. And you start doing these adult things. And this is what I've learned as I've gotten older too. And I know we've spoken about this personally, is you just realise that every adult when you were growing up was just winging it.
Yes, everyone's insane.
Yeah, they were just winging it. They were doing their best.
Yep.
You literally thought as a child that, all these old, you know, these adults, they have all the answers. They know what they're doing. They've done a course in it. They've done a TAFE course.
Yep.
In reality, they're just waking up every day going, oh, fuck, here we go again.
Ooh.
And I guess that's what
true.
we're doing now. Let me interrupt the wedding chat for the chat about the beautiful jumper that I'm wearing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching this, you need to be. This is the Buttsmarn hoodie of 2022. It's got me as a little cartoon. It's got my signature and the Buttsmarn on there. We're also working on some beautiful Mum and Dad Show merch and little Buttsmarn merch as well.
Yay!
But that'll come out soon. So if you want a hoodie, head over to isaacbutterfield.shop. It is on sale this week only, unless there's some left over.
Ooh,
so go and check the website.
Note.
Yes, little Dickie.
The grey one's my favourite.
You like the grey? I like
really
the black.
like the grey.
Oh, I don't know, actually. The grey's nice too.
I love the grey.
Why don't you get
it's so
both?
Cool. Yeah, you should just get both, really. Keep Rosie fed.
Yeah, please.
Littlefoot eats enough.
Now, let's go through the day. The day of the wed. So you've panicked the entire way leading up. I've freaked out a little bit, not too much.
Yes.
You were cool as a cucumber on the day. I was freaking out. So
it was weird.
We traded places,
we did,
which
very
was
much
great.
So.
But that's what I do on
shows.
Show days.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking mess.
Yes.
Mess leading up to it.
And you care. I think it's a good thing. I think that if you're a comedian and you just sort of like,
you don't
care, it shows in your performance.
Sure.
So I like that you do get a bit nervy about it because you're always amazing on stage afterwards.
Thank you, dear. So we get up.
Yeah.
We go, we go to bed.
The alarm went off, I remember, and we just went,
Oh, here we go. Jesus. Here we go.
We had a coffee.
We had a coffee. We got up a little earlier. We got up, 7 o'clock or something like that?
We had like a full
Ceremony's
hour
at
together.
3.
Yep.
Ceremony's at 3. We get up. Did you shower?
Nah.
Oh, you stinky
No, I
bastard.
did. I did shower.
You showered.
After coffee, I showered.
After coffee. And we live about 5 minutes, or not even 5 minutes, 3 minutes from your mum and dad.
Mm-hmm.
From your mum and dad. Mm-hmm. And mum and dad drive over to mum and dad's house, and I drop you off. We get a coffee on the way, and there's already a few people there. The hairdresser's there.
Shout out to Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah. Alyssa, your bridesmaid.
Shout out to Alyssa.
Who's also our sister-in-law.
Ooh. Yes.
I think Sass, who's our cousin.
Yes.
Originally my cousin, and
Shanna,
who's our mate.
Woo!
They all they're almost all there.
Yes.
Your mum's there, your dad's there.
Yep.
What's sort of happening at this point?
ABBA is playing on mum's old CD
Already?
player. All fucking morning.
Really?
Yes.
Your mum does play some interesting music on that.
I
don't know
if it's because the tensions were like sort of everyone was sort of arriving. Everyone's like, wow, it's such a big day, and we've got hairdresser unpacking her things, and dad walking around, and you're there. And
How did your dad go through the day? A bit of pacing?
He did a fair bit of pacing, but he handled the day so well.
Didn't he?
What a king.
He came and I'll get to what he let me interject, sorry.
Yes.
He came to breakfast with me and the boys.
Yes. I wish we had bloody breakfast. I had 3 champagnes and orange juice.
Wasn't it catered?
I didn't eat anything though. I was too nervous.
Fair. Well, I had a brekkie burger from the local cafe.
So jealous.
And your dad, who a very reserved gentleman. I love your dad.
Yes.
We get on great. And all of a sudden, he starts holding court. He's telling stories. I was seeing a Shula up here, and I was doing this, and I used to surf there. I'm like, where has this Jeff been for years?
He was relaxed.
He was relaxed. I think he gets on with my mates quite well.
He's
which
only
is great,
human.
which is fantastic. And I'll let you get back to your story.
perfect.
I'm sorry, but the night before, we had an intruder to the house.
Oh God, I forgot about this.
My little brother, who's the same height as me, 6'8",
Guys, this was
19
fucking
years
terrible.
old. Darcy, young
Sorry,
Darcy.
Darcy.
He
What a legend.
wanted to stay at our house.
Everyone loves Darcy.
Everyone loves Darcy. He wanted to stay at our house because he just wanted to wake up here and be a part of it, which was beautiful, and I really appreciated that. He had a big night the night before. He had his soccer ball or whatever the night before. $2 drinks, he said. So he was fucked.
Wow,
Blind.
$2.
And we leave the back door unlocked for him that night. And somewhere along the lines, someone's locked it.
I bet it was me.
Don't know who it was. I think I don't know who it was. Well, because you were vacuuming the night before because we wanted to have the house all stitched and
I wanted
scooted.
it nice for the photographer.
You were vacuuming and tidying up. I was panicking and I just went to bed. I
you
can't
were like,
deal with
"Fuck
this.
this
I'm going to go to
shit."
bed.
Yeah.
Anyway, somebody in the house has locked the door, possibly. It could have been me. It could have been anyone. And
It was probably me.
no, actually, I do not know.
It's probably me.
Anyway,
Anyway,
and Darcy hasn't been able to get inside. And I've got video footage of him trying to get into the house. And he goes to the door doesn't open. Goes to the other door doesn't open. Goes to the front door, it doesn't open.
Why didn't he call us?
So
Darcy?
instead of-
he won't be watching this,
He won't
but
be
why
watching
didn't
this.
he call?
Instead of calling me, I'm not too far away, could have knocked anything.
Yes.
I'm a very easy sleeper. I wake up, the dogs get up once
Yep.
a night to go to the toilet, usually at different times, which is great. So we're up and down like parents, mum and dad. And
Twice
instead of
I was up with Littlefoot last night.
Really?
Yep, 2 poos.
Little shit.
I know.
Loves his carrots. Good fibre. And instead of just calling us,
Yep.
he just sleeps on the dog bed out the back in the
And
freezing cold.
It was the thin dog bed. It was like the
Is
little
the-
shitty outdoor one we've got. Not like we have two really nice ones inside.
Yes.
And
Because
poor
the dogs-
Jeeves, he was on the thin shit one with no good blanket. and I
That's the
was
dog
like,
bed that they go out in the morning to sun themselves.
Yes,
And they're on it for
10
5 minutes.
if that.
So
Yes.
the good beds are inside.
Yes.
We're not monsters.
No, we're not. It's still don't get me wrong. It's still a good bed for most people, but we like to be a bit extra with the dogs.
The middle of winter, Darcy takes his shirt off, lays down in suit pants,
Poor
and
Deebs.
sleeps
We call
on
him
the
Deebs.
deck.
Yeah, fuck.
So that was interesting. Anyway, I'm sorry. So
Man, that was bad. I'm sorry.
So there's a bit of panic. There's a bit of tension at your mum's house. All the hens are getting ready.
All the hens, we're all clucking around getting ready, and all of us are going, oh my God, we're getting our faces painted. And should I tell them the story of what I said to the photographer when he showed up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know this story, Lordy?
No.
Okay. I was 3 champagnes and orange juices deep at this point. I was really
3 champagnes?
Yes.
I reckon I had 2 beers that morning. I was too nervous. I couldn't.
I spaced them out. I was there for 50 hours getting ready.
It's a lot of work getting ready as a woman.
I had
particularly
a coffee,
on your wedding day.
2 coffee, 3 coffees.
You're off your head.
I might have had 3 coffees.
Pre-workout?
And then I had 1 champagne and orange juice, and then the second one, and I was just having the third. And I'm sitting there getting my face done by the beautiful Lily, the makeup artist.
She was great. She did a great job.
Beautiful woman. Really, really talented. I've tagged her on Instagram if you're looking for a makeup artist in Newcastle or Sydney. She's amazing. Anyway, and then I get the doors opened, and I'm still so embarrassed.
Walks in this. So to describe our photographer,
I don't want to sound like a creep, but he didn't look how I thought he would.
he's this big Lebanese. No, he's not.
He's not Lebanese.
He's a tan looking man.
He came in and
handsome.
Yes.
Handsome,
He's a handsome man.
dude. I nearly turned.
I
for him.
can say that now that I'm married. He was
in
a
the
handsome
opposite
man.
direction from you at the wedding.
Yeah,
I was like, this
thank
bloke's
you.
too good looking.
And he came in and tapped me on the shoulder.
Oh no!
I know, and that was it. No, I'm kidding. And he had a tight black shirt on, and I went, "Oh my God!" I went, "Who ordered the stripper?" Lloyd's not laughing.
You weren't even listening.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, and so I'm like, oh my God. But then I realized what I said, and I went, I'm going to be with this guy for the rest of the day, and now he thinks that I think he looks nice. And I was like being a big creep, and I wasn't meaning to. Oh my God. And he's like, I think he was all right about it. And
He's fine. He didn't give a shit. He was a great dude.
he was the best photographer we have ever
people have
had.
seen the photos.
Like,
They're fucking
guys,
great.
check out Siempre Weddings. Honestly, like, Siempre photography was just incredible. This guy
They're
was
based in
just...
Sydney.
He was great, and he looks like a stripper too. So, ladies...
Shaben, his name is.
Shaben?
Shaben.
Never
heard that name before, but
I
good on you,
hadn't
Shaben.
either.
I've heard of it now.
He was a legend.
And
I love him.
So he
So,
came
yeah, I
to,
made a dick of myself, and I'm sorry for
fuck it.
looking like a creep.
So he came to our house first because the boys got ready at our house.
Yep.
And Claire got ready at her mum and dad's, which is not too far from our house. And boys rock up. Darcy's still in bed. Get him out. The boys all sort of
Into the human bed this time.
Into the
He
human-
eventually
into
got
the good
inside.
bed.
Yes, okay.
We go for breakfast, catch up with your
Yes.
dad, come back, boys start cracking beers, photographer's there. He's like telling us to laugh at stuff that was...
Did you guys say he looked like a stripper?
No, we just said, g'day, mate. How are you? Nice to meet you. We were normal human adults. We didn't freak out like Little Dicky, the artist formerly known as Claire Dixon. And anyway, so we go, we're hanging around here, we're getting ready. My best man, Taylor, who I've known for, 15 years, been great mates with him for 15 years. Maybe not that. No, probably that long. Oh, probably 13 years. Anyway, we started off hating each other and became really good mates.
Usually how it goes.
And I love him. He's a great person.
Yep. Shout out to Taylor.
Shout out to T.
I give out some shout outs on this podcast.
I know, it's just
None
shout
of
out
these
after
people
shout
listen
out.
to it.
No,
Shouting out all
no
these.
one cares.
Shout out to this. Shout out to Shaben.
You know who I will shout out
Who?
that does listen to this? You
Who?
ready? You ready?
Jeff Dixon.
I don't think he listens either.
Dad listens to it.
There, Becca Lee. Becca, every single video, Becca Lee shares and she tags us and stuff. So
And on Instagram.
on Instagram. So shout out to
Shout out to Becca.
Becca. You're an absolute legend.
Thank you, lovely.
Now, so we're photos, all that type of stuff. We're up the back. We're
all
fluting
happening.
around, having a great time. I don't know what you're doing. I hear you come in over the security cameras because we've got security cameras that you can talk into. I think that's a lot of people have got that. But
No, just us.
I'm out the back doing something. And Claire comes over the thing. She goes, hello.
3 champers deep. I can't express that enough.
No, you're having a great time.
I was very nervous.
Oh, so was I. Shit. Anyway, so the time has come. Oh, Taylor, best man Taylor, forgets his bow tie.
Yeah.
And Taylor has done this since I've known him. Just forgets shit, late. He's a very smart man, like he's an engineer, but just dumb. Just forgets shit all the time. Always late, always forgetting something. Too cruisy. He's a surfer. Fuck him. Now,
He's got an 8-pack too, the bastard.
Yeah, prick. He's never been to the gym in his life.
Yeah.
Forgets the bow tie. So we're all freaking out.
Yeah.
We're going, oh, my God. He's panicking because he's got to do the best
He's
man
so
speech
sweet.
and he hates talking in front of anyone, even me. Very quiet man. And so his parents thankfully run over to Rundle's where we got the suits from. Shout out to Rundle's.
Shout out to Rundle's. They'll be listening.
There's so many people that made this fucking night happen. So shout out to Rundle's.
They're no shaven.
They're no shaping, but they're pretty
Siempre
close.
Photography is where it's at.
So we then come over to your house.
Yeah.
And you're hiding in the bedroom, kitted up.
Yes, somewhat.
Kitted up, ready to rumble.
Without me veil.
Without your veil. You're hiding in there. And we decided to do something a little bit different. We decided to have the vows, our personal vows, private. Mm-hmm. So we were going to do a first look, which is where instead of seeing your bride as she walks down the aisle for the very first time. Fuck that. Too much stress on both parties. Yeah. We thought we'd do it in a nice part of the backyard of your mum and dad's house, a place where we're comfortable and we're happy, and it was still beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then we were going to do the vows straight after that, and we did that, and it was just glorious. Like I cried so much, like it was like someone had died. Oh. I had just every sentence I saw you and tears started rolling. It was beautiful. And I was reading my vows to you and I was crying.
They were beautiful.
And you kept it together the entire I couldn't even look at you. I was looking at the ground, panicking, freaking out.
I dry reached in the morning, and weeks leading up to that, I was having at least one cry a week. So I had my breakdowns prior to the wedding. It hit you more on the day.
Oh, it definitely did. It was so cool. But we got all that done and we jumped on a big tram.
That was fun.
So there's this old tram that used to drive around in Newcastle, and people would obviously ride it like a normal tram like you would in Melbourne or whatever. But this one now has wheels on it, and it's like a sightseeing thing. So it seats 28 people. So we all jumped on that with all our families, and we drove into 48 Watt Street in Newcastle, which is just a gorgeous venue. They actually host Harry Potter themed dinners there, like at the Great Hall. And drag shows. And
drag bingo.
And Game of Thrones nights as well. So it's like this cool old hall. And so we go in there, and there's a great ride. The tram driver was about as happy as a hat full of arseholes.
Oh, wow. What a man.
I know.
Woo.
And we were all carrying on the tram, having a good old time. And we get in there, and we do the ceremony, and it's beautiful. And it was just awesome. Mm-hmm. It was great. Were you happy with everything? Because I was just stoked with it.
It was perfect.
I was so stoked with it.
I loved it all. The decorations, the food.
Food was great.
The drinks, everything. The company was lovely. I got to marry you. That's all that mattered. Great. And then I'm not going to lie, I'm very relieved it's over.
Me too.
Oh, my God.
Me too. And you were saying yesterday you feel a bit guilty.
Yes. It's weird. And I Googled this because whenever I have a weird emotion, I always Google it.
It's always the best way to react to it, yes.
And I was like, fuck, I'm feeling really strange. And it's called the post-wedding blues.
Oh, yes.
And I was sort of like, I was freaking out. I was like, I don't know, did I enjoy the day enough? Did I soak it in enough? And I know I had a good time, but I'm like, I was feeling guilty. I was like, all this pressure, all this money, all this time, all this energy into this one day, did I enjoy it enough as a bride? And I'm sort of like, maybe I didn't. Like, but I always do this with things. Like, something's meant to be really good, and then you look at it and you go,
you overanalyze it.
Like, I had a good time, but I'm like, wow, I wish I savoured this more, or I wish I talked to this person more, or I wish I had my veil on. Just little things like that. But then I'm like, the main thing is we got married and we had a great time, but I do feel somewhat a little bit like let down that I don't know if I enjoyed it as much as I should have, like the getting ready process and things. I just wanted to get married to you, and I didn't. The rest of it was sort of like.
Well, I feel like you make it up in your own mind how happy you should be and how excited you should be, and in reality, sometimes you don't hit those peaks.
Yeah, it's like and then you feel weird.
Yeah, like Morgan, our mate Morgan asked asked me after we did that Big Enmore show in 2019. He said, how was it seeing your name up in lights at 2,000 people? I was like, I don't know. It was all right. It was good. Like
it never gets to the like climax you think it will.
No, particularly with a wedding. Like it's people say to you, it's the biggest day of your life, and oh my God,
I
you're
don't know
nervous.
if that's true for us. Like I think us getting married is definitely one of the biggest things in our lives, and it's beautiful, and we're so happy, and I'm so stoked that we're married. But I don't know if our wedding day would be the quote happiest day of our life. I think getting our house was one of the happiest days.
That was
great. Getting our dogs.
That was great. I mean,
it's a different type of happy. I think us being married is the happiest, but the actual day, it's a lot of socialising.
It's a bit too much.
It's a lot of money.
Because I found myself, well, it is a lot of money.
And you were a bit crooked. You had a cold.
I had a cold leading up to it.
I had a UTI the week before.
Yes.
It was all happening.
It was all happening.
It was.
You know, it wasn't the perfect, but in hindsight, like,
Great day.
Great day.
Yeah.
You know, everything went to, almost everything went to plan. The DJ. Motherfucker.
The comment section's going to go off about this. I reckon this would be so common.
Oh, okay. So
it must be.
One of the biggest parts of a DJ's role at a wedding, particularly during the ceremony, is playing.
I'll get the song up to play through the speaker when it's. Sorry, go on.
The music for the bride as she walks down the aisle.
Yep.
Now, the song Claire chose was this.
Bear with
Are you the DJ?
Yeah, I've got an ad. I've got an ad, everyone.
Oh,
Shut up.
No. Well,
I've got
just
an
play
ad.
it for like 3 or 4 seconds so
I
YouTube
will.
doesn't take the video down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Give me a
I
sec.
burped. Sorry. Yeah. It was
All of My Love by Led Zeppelin.
So Claire wanted to walk down to this. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get the YouTube freaking out.
Yes.
That was what you were supposed to walk down to.
Ever since we met, I always said if we ever got married, I'm walking down to All of My Love by Led Zeppelin because it's my favourite song and I think it's a really beautiful love song.
Yes.
It's a shame that didn't get to happen.
So I walked down to Queen's You're My Best Friend.
Thank God that worked.
With
that
my
was
gran and my mum. Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Yep.
The bridesmaids walked down to
When the night
Benny King's
has
what's
come.
that song called? And the land is done. And
No, I
the
won't.
movie-
Yeah.
Stand By Me.
That's it.
Great.
Yep.
Now, if you're a DJ,
But the bride, fuck that bitch.
a
She
DJ
doesn't matter.
who allegedly, I was told, has done over 300 weddings.
We're on The Sims. Fuck.
This was worse than the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones.
It was worse. It was worse.
So
Poor
instead of seeing the bridesmaids go down and playing the bride's entrance to the wedding, because obviously that's who's next. What did he play, Claire?
Nothing. It was
Claire
silent.
walked down the aisle
To nothing.
to nothing.
Oh, no, there was this. I saw Ghost Granny Ann's hair and makeup done, thought she looked great, and I went, hello!
Your hair looks great.
I was like, oh, you look beautiful. That'll be fun in the wedding video.
Claire's
she did.
dishing out compliments.
They looked so good.
as she walks down the aisle.
Yeah.
Now, he did play it when you were like 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah, then you heard the beginning of it, and then we all had to shut up for us
And
to
I didn't know
actually get
what
married.
I wanted to sort of like.
Do I go down again?
I didn't know what to do.
No, I didn't either. I sort of just accepted it. To be honest, though, in the actual moment of me walking down the aisle, it only hit me halfway down. There was no music playing.
Oh, I knew
I was
straight
that
away.
nervous.
I was just like, fucking play it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah,
and I'm
'cause-
looking at him going.
Yeah, because I was like halfway down, and I was like,
But the thing is, and this is the company emailed me. We got a $150 refund.
yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
That was just like a little win for
It was
us.
just a bit.
It'll buy us chicken burgers for the week.
Yeah, it will. It was just a bit of a letdown because out of all the stuff, the song, it wasn't like we were just walking down to some shit. Like the song actually meant something, and I really wanted that moment to walk down the aisle to you with that song.
Well,
so it was a bit
I
disheartening.
think in the wedding video that we released,
just put it in.
We'll put it in that.
Yeah.
So we had the shits, and in the email, old mate, the owner said, "I'm so sorry," and fair play to him, he didn't do it.
No.
He said, "Oh, that apparently the guy
Shit happens.
couldn't see you walking down." I was like, "Mate, you were next to it."
Yeah.
So we were shitty on that, but other than that, was everything else cool?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
But the DJ again.
Oh no, he's copping it again.
Oh, well, okay. So our friend Matt Rudy, he and I like to cut shapes on the dance floor.
I've heard about it.
And we both like
I've heard about it.
chilling it.
Yep.
We both like a bit of Ice Cube. We like our boots. And on the form for what music we wanted at the wedding, we couldn't have been more precise in what we wanted played and what we didn't want played. This prick was playing Taylor Swift and Bruno Mars.
And ABBA.
And ABBA. And we said specifically, no Taylor Swift shit, no NXFM shit. I want dirty, dirty music. I want chillin' it. I want a bit of bloody Mac Miller. I want a little bit of Eazy-E.
NXFM is the local radio station here in Newcastle, if you didn't know.
Oh, yeah. No one's going to know what that is. No one in Newcastle will know what that is.
No,
anyway.
it's not even called that anymore.
I wanted some decent rap music, in my opinion. Get fucked if you disagree.
You wanted chillin' it? You wanted Cursor?
I did. I wanted real dirty beats.
Some of the songs you listen to are so bad.
Yes, but it was the wedding. And I'd gone through all this stress and all this money, and I went, nah. Fuck yes, I'm listening to my horrific music tonight. But then we also had the good side of my music, which was I want some Zeppelin.
Yeah, and they played that.
What else was there?
I don't know. But
my point is he didn't do any of it.
And I was feeling crook the whole night. I had a stinking headache and I had the shits.
You did have the shits, I'm sorry.
Just because I had a headache.
You poor darling.
I was angry at myself for getting a headache.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do.
No.
But no, everything else was perfect. We got married. We said I do, which I can't even remember, so I'll have to wait and watch the video.
No, I don't remember.
It all went really fast. Yeah, mate. Oh, just fucking so happy.
Some of your best work.
Just so happy.
It was a game of two halves. Full credit to the boys.
What else did we want to talk about the wedding? There was a couple other things I wanted to mention. Oh, Dixon, you, Mrs. Butterfield, the big, you know how after the Bucks party you had the shits at me because I had a fucking cigar in my mouth?
Shut up, Lordy. That you laugh at, you fucking dog. Producer Lordy's laughing at me.
Well, aren't you?
Here we go.
Aren't you the little hypocrite?
Guys, I did heroin and marijuana after the wedding.
No,
I didn't. I had a cigar.
You had a cigar.
And I inhaled it because I'm a child.
I told you not to inhale it. I was standing right there
happened.
going, don't inhale it.
And I went like Popeye.
So now it's all cool to smoke cigars? Is that what you're saying?
They're disgusting.
I know they are, but they're
they don't
nice.
Look cool. They're not though.
Oh, they're pretty cool.
They're not though.
They're pretty cool.
I think if you're a big black dude, they're cool. I think if you're just us little whiteys in a
I'm
suit.
a black dude at heart.
So am I, but not on the dance floor because old mate wouldn't fucking play my music.
Christ.
Play me Boots, please.
So now that we're married, what are we going to do?
That sounds off. Well,
I meant the honeymoon. Yeah,
we're going to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii.
And I'm going to blow out a bit because I'm sick.
You're going to blow out?
I am going to blow out a bit because I had to freak out about fitting into my dress.
You did your bike at the gym.
Yep. For
20Ks like every day for 5 weeks.
Yeah, 20 kilometres every day for 5 or 6 weeks leading up to the wedding.
You're on fire.
And I lost 2 kilos.
Nice, that's good.
That was it.
That's good, but there's not much fucking of you anyway.
Thank you.
And what was I doing? I was doing 30 minutes of 3 5K runs a week, plus training every day. So I was getting stuck into it.
Yeah. So now we just want to relax a little bit.
We're going to relax a bit.
Eat some cheese.
We're going to go Hawaii.
Yeah.
And enjoy that. And we're going to go, we're staying at a Disney. So let us know in the comment section or let us know on Instagram the best things to do in Hawaii. And we will be updating.
Oahu, for those who didn't know what I just said. Oahu.
We will be updating everyone on Patreon as well as some extra wedding content. So go and check that out. That's from $1 a month. You can support us on Patreon. Just look up Isaac Butterfield on Patreon or check out the link down below. Little Dixon. Sorry. Mrs. Butterfield, do you have anything to end the podcast with? Thank you all for your well wishes. That's actually something I wanted to say.
Yes, thank you.
We had so many people congratulate us. Like it was
ridiculous.
Overwhelming.
People on the internet are nicer to us than the people we actually know.
Yeah, right?
Thank you very much.
Just thank you guys. You're absolute legends. We love you. And
and fuck the boys not wearing that jersey for the footy game.
Oh, we've got to talk about that too.
Just before we go.
Okay, so if you don't know what's happening, this is when we're recording this. There's a game this weekend, which will be last weekend when this goes out, for the Manly Sea Eagles have got some rainbow stripes on their jersey.
Heaven forbid. Am I right?
And they don't want to wear it because of...
That's gay!
Cultural...
That's gay!
Funny! Are you doing an impression of me?
No, but these pricks are the same ones that bullied people and called them faggots in high school that run around and shower naked on the footy field. Wear the fucking shirt, you gronks.
They shower naked on the footy field?
They do everything. You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. Oh, I hate it. It's like 99% of people don't have an issue with gay people at all. And who cares if they do? But it's always that one group that say, oh, it's cultural, it's religion.
Just wear the shirt, mate.
I agree that they should be able to say that they don't. Like this is a part of free speech.
Yes, we talked about this in the car, and I do agree.
The big thing with free speech is sometimes you're going to hear shit you don't like.
Exactly.
And if you don't like gay people, then that's up to you. You're a fuckwit.
Yeah.
But that's your call.
We can think you're a fuckwit. You're allowed to think that, but wear the fucking shirt.
Oh, I know. I don't know. It's a very
wear the shirt and then put up a tweet with your actual opinion, but wear the shirt.
I also was looking at it today as an angle from someone who used to play sport. I would be very angry at these dudes for letting the team down.
Yeah.
So you're not playing because of a fucking rain.
Where's your team bonding, mate? No, where's your team bonding?
They're also paying. They're being paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to play, and you're going, "Oh, my religion does fuck off, idiot."
Where's your religion when you're all out cheating on your missus and doing lines of coke all the fucking time, you wankers?
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us on the Mum and Dad Show. Thanks for you can now go and play your PlayStation after you're sitting down with Mum and Dad for another episode. Little Dixon,
eat your veggies,
Mrs. Butterfield. It's an absolute pleasure and an honour to marry you, and thank you very much for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you, darling.
Let's go make a baby, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week. Toodaloo, bye bye.
Bye. Lol. That was good.